was Batman overpowered by the Floronic man? You've seen Batman fight Superman. You've seen him fight Bane. Even Darkseid himself. So why the hell is he being thrown around by this green thing? Right? Today we're going to be breaking down one of the most weirdest, most underrated Batman fights there is. He fights the Floronic man. So this creature that Batman fights in Batman and Harley Quinn is Jason, also known as the Floronic man. Jason was obsessed with plant biology, so much so he transformed himself into a plant-human hybrid. He's connected to all plant life. Batman goes in like Batman, but the Floronic man overpowers Batman repeatedly. He got down by Batman when he threw a shelf on his ass, but he still got up. As he fights Batman and Nightwing, he uses massive vine limbs, spiked roots, and brute strength. This man can even regrow limbs. He can expand his body. He's not even fighting fair because, nature is not going to fight fair. So this is just a rare case where Batman's gadgets don't give him an edge. Because you can't out-tech elements of magic. Batman's tools are designed for human threats or tech-based enemies. Like Superman with his weakness, just gotta get some kryptonite, he's over with, But against something primal and ever-growing and immune, what Batman's trying to do to him is like punching a tree, expecting it to fall. But even while Batman is overmatched, Batman doesn't give up. No, the whole world is at stake. He can't give up. Not that if the world wasn't at stake, he would give up, but he wasn't going to give up. Everyone was going to be turned into plant life, He couldn't give that one up. So he shifts strategy. He knows he can't win this alone. So he starts coordinating with Nightwing and Harley Quinn. Nightwing and Batman would improvise. He buys time, looks for weaknesses. That's always been his real strength. Not raw power exactly, but strategic adaptability. He's not trying to beat Floronic man. He's trying to delay him long enough to stop his plan. But even with the full-on fighting that went on near the end of the movie, Batman could not win this fight by himself. Not because he's weak, but because Floronic man is just an elemental of nature. He doesn't have vital organs to target. He doesn't feel pain in a conventional sense. This man can regrow from damage and tap into the life force of the planet. This wasn't a fight Batman could win with fists or gadgets. It was about endurance, improvisation, and teamwork, even if they had to use Harley Quinn as a wild card to do it. So what does this fight mean? It just reminds us that Batman is still just a man, even with gadgets, prep time, and high intelligence in the world. There are threats that dwarf him, and that's okay. Batman's strength isn't superpowers, it's resolve. Even when he knew he can't win with the things he had, he didn't back down. Because like I said, everyone was going to be turned into plant life if he backed down. People were going to just not be alive anymore in the same sense. He had to put a stop to that. In this fight, not to glaze, but he is the heart of DC. It just proves it right here in this movie. Because he threw a whole shelf at this man. He even ripped him open a little bit, and he just regrew it back. Well, anyways, he's not the strongest, maybe not the fastest, with this case scenario, but he is the most unbreakable. See, because they couldn't stop him. Not even Poison Ivy could stop him. So what ended up happening is they just burned him alive. You know, you can't stop him with techie shit. You know, you can't stop him with no fists. Don't do shit. So Harley Quinn suggests, to burn him. Because he's not fireproof. One of the most easiest things you could do is just burn him. No one thought about that until the very end. Like, okay, wait, we can't stop him like this. Burn his ass. And so the Floronic man gets defeated. But yeah, I just wanted to explain why Batman got overpowered by the Floronic man. You see how Harley Quinn is just very useful. She even got Poison Ivy to stop her fuck shit just by crying. And she even got the idea, you know what? Let's burn him. And they did. What were they supposed to do? Not burn him and then die or just live in a different way? No risking that. He was about to do it. He was about to drop it. So yeah. If you're bored, I got way more videos than this. So see you later. Bye.